Somebody else who's married to his best friend, the fabulous Robert Manse, is here with us.
Oh wait, I could talk now, I forget. When you're on the couch, you can't talk. I almost went like this and then just was...
It's hard.
You know, you have to, there's a lot of stuff going on. This is such an exciting day today.
You see me, I'm not used to the new digs, and so I mean, I've dropped 2 rings.
Well,
and,
use your toes.
But I can't reach the floor. We're on these high chairs.
Oh, that's true.
I can't even reach.
Good shoes, though.
Thank you. You like those?
Nice. I like the blouse, too.
Thank you.
Is that a U blouse?
It is. It's coming in October.
Gorgeous.
He's my buddy. Love Robert Manse. Okay, so for host pick.
Oof.
I mean, I feel like I need a drum roll. First of all, this is a this day only. You have 1 shot at this. 61 people pre-ordered it. You're very smart to do that because these are going to go fast. This is the first time Robert's ever done this. When he showed these to me, I think you showed this to me back in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Jewelry Show.
And you immediately said.
And I said, that's my host pick.
Yeah.
Because A, I love sapphire. B, I don't own sapphire quite like that because that is perfect lab-grown sapphire. That is the identical chemical, physical, and optical property as a natural sapphire, but of course it is grown by man, which means you get the most perfect color. That's like the finest cashmere sapphire color available in the world. It's gorgeous. The cut is radiant cut. The design is magnificent, and that price is going away after this presentation. It's a this day only.
I just saw that.
It's supposed to be $269.90. It's a one-shot deal. It's $80 off for this one time and one time only offer. We have it in a petite. If you have a very small wrist, we have a petite size for you. By the way, I love that cable, the twisted cable. Double cable, fabulous, very designery. And then we have small, medium, medium, large. I can wear both. I can wear over here, I'm wearing a small, medium, and a medium, large. So I can wear both those sizes. It just depends on how much play
we have
you
petite
want.
also.
Exactly, and then there's the petite right here. So you pick the color. We have white sapphire. This is, I just have to show you the white sapphire because I'm obsessed with the white sapphire.
Do you know that's the first time in my whole career that I've used white sapphire and I'm in love with it now?
I love it.
I love it too.
I couldn't believe it. So, I mean, really, I couldn't believe, because I had asked you if you'd do it for me.
Right.
Because I love blue sapphire, but then I thought, could you try white? And when you showed it to me.
They look so gorgeous, you almost want both.
It almost looks like diamonds in there.
I know, like
I'm
beautiful,
not even kidding you.
Gorgeous, radiant cut diamonds. It's unbelievable.
So it's a one-time only. I hope you can get yours before it sells out. We do not have thousands of this. There are a couple hundred to go around total. That's all the sizes, all the choices here. So good luck if you'd like yours. The best part about it, of course, is you are getting a handmade piece of jewelry from Bali. Robert travels all the way to the other side of the world to bring us this collection. And when we talk about the Bali jewelers, on a jewelry host pick day, we've seen so much beautiful jewelry today, but honestly, the Balinese work is in a class and caliber all of its own.
Look at the beauty that they live in.
Exactly.
You know, these are pictures and video that I've taken myself on my many trips to Bali. I just had a great 15 days there in February, and I was able to work with the artisans. You know, with the Vegas show coming up, I wanted to really knock Colleen's socks off so that you can get the most gorgeous piece of handcrafted jewelry from artisans in Bali, from the island of the gods. When she saw this, and I had originally done it in this lab-created sapphire, which for me, in the radiant cut with the double cable, the 18-karat gold fleur-de-lis, all of that beautiful scroll work that Bali is so famous for. And the double cable itself is a work of art, I have to tell you. To get those cables to match perfectly, they're strong. It's a nice, strong, beautiful hinge bracelet. But the artisans of Bali, they take everything to heart. Whatever they do, they want it to be beautiful and perfect. This is why I work with them, because I need everything to be perfect.
I mean, seriously, you can see Robert is a perfectionist. By the way, I want you to see that 18-karat gold, that's solid 18-karat gold. That's not 18-karat plate, that's solid, genuine 18-karat gold. I want to find out what's left in each size and in each color. So remember, you're choosing petite, small, medium, medium, large. So for example, if you need petite, we have 3 dozen in the sapphire, in the blue sapphire. It's blue sapphire or white sapphire. We have 100 only in the small, medium, 100 only in the medium, large.
Look at these. The radiant cuts are so different, so gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, they are just magnificent. absolutely gorgeous. The white, I'm telling you that they look like diamonds in there.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And people grab your wrist. What is that? It's white sapphire.
Right. Well, what if someone's birthstone is a September birthstone coming up in, what, a hot minute?
Right.
And they don't necessarily like the blue stone. Me, I think sapphires, blue sapphires are gorgeous, but the fact that you have a beautiful white sapphire that is, you know, of the same, you know, chemical, it's actually a seed of the corundum is used to grow this in the lab, so this has the exact properties of corundum. And this is why it's exciting. This is why it's worthy of the double cable Bali design bracelet with the 18 karat gold accents.
And you said you'd never done that cut before.
I've never done a radiant. You know, it started as an emerald cut, and I looked at it and I looked at it, and you liked it in the emerald, but I said, you know what? You like sparkles.
It's even more
I know
beautiful.
that. You've told me you like sparkles.
More beautiful.
You want more facets. So I added more facets. I made it more beautiful, more sparkly. I just think it's one of the most beautiful bracelets I've made, and we haven't done a double cable in quite a while. So this is nice for your wardrobe.
They are so comfortable. They sit beautifully on your wrist. They don't flip around. It's that classic oval shape.
Limited edition. This is it today.
That's it.
This is it. We're not doing this again.
We won't be reordering it. So it's just for my host pick. So it is limited edition, hand cut, beautiful stones, all that workmanship. It's clean, and it's a great, if you like to stack your Robert bracelets, a lot of us love to stack our Robert Manse Bali design bracelets. This is a perfect addition to stack it with everything else you have, because it adds a little bit of interest and just a, you know, dimension, and I love the different shape. It's so clean on the wrist. It feels fabulous on the wrist, I have to tell you.
So comfortable,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
It's almost like a comfort fit bracelet. If you can imagine when a ring is beautiful inside, like all of my rings are so high polished, and they're really made one at a time, like an individual piece of art. Every single bracelet is made by hand. Each bracelet takes one artisan close to 3.5 days to make.
Wow. So
one artisan has to work on twisting the cable, soldering the cable together, measuring the cable, forming it so that it's that oval shape that you love. Colleen will show you the hinges so perfectly inserted. There's also a little bit of work on the hinge part itself. That's another piece of jewelry. There's about 12 pieces of handmade, artisan crafted, gorgeous jewelry in each bracelet that I have. So it's amazing that we're able to bring it here. I mean, at $2 and change, it was an incredible bargain. And I don't like talking price, but,
no, but
it's such a great buy.
You know, there's a couple other famous designers that have Bali collections. And I always say this about Robert's jewelry, because your jewelry is in that same exact caliber, except that a bracelet like this, they charge thousands of dollars. Robert, at this, I mean, even our regular price at $269 is ridiculously low.
We would sell it out at $260.
Exactly. For what the other designers who are making, again, we're talking about the same silversmiths, the same artisans.
Same families, same villages in Bali.
The same deal, but they charge so much more, and that's the key. And when you wear this jewelry, people think, so often, people think you're wearing the multi-$1,000 cuffs when you have these on.
The big brand name, yeah.
They do.
And you know, every time I go to Bali, I make sure that I do some shopping around the islands. If you've been with me for 10 years almost, you know that, you know, I'm super particular. I shop the island, I shop the other workshops. You can't find, first of all, you can't find any Bali designs anywhere on the island at this quality. It took me almost 10 years of traveling there to make this beautiful wearable art come just so beautiful and come to life. So you really will get a piece that's really been made for your wrist from the artisans of Bali, direct there.
So petite just sold out in the blue. Okay, petite in blue is completely sold out. How many? The blue is almost gone across the board here. We have 150 only blue left. That's all across the whole choice here. So if you want the blue, I hope you're already on the phone getting it. I'll keep you posted.